Namo Narayana, Jai Swaminarayan. Welcome back. Today we're looking at chapters 86 and 87 of Book 2 of the Ramayana. 86 is called Guha Talks of Lakshmana. And then the forest ranger Guha described to Bharata, who had countless virtues, the good nature of the great Lakshmana. I spoke to Lakshmana, who was completely awake for the benefit of his brother, holding bows and arrows. I said to him, "O my friend Lakshmana, who belongs to the clan of Raghu, for your sake a comfortable bed has been arranged. Without any anxiety, please lie down in it. O soul of Dharma, all of our people are used to sorrow, but you are accustomed to pleasure, and so we will stay awake for the protection of Rama. There is no one in this world who is dearer than Rama to me. Do not be anxious. I am telling you the truth. With his blessings, I want to gain great fame in this world, abundance of Dharma, and absolute Artha and Kama. I, armed with bow and arrow, along with our clan members, would protect our dear friend Rama, who is sleeping with Sita. Since I wander around the forest always, nothing here is unknown to me. In a battle here, we can fight with an army with 4 divisions. This is what I said to him, and telling like this to the great soul Lakshmana, we were able to see only the Dharma in him. Lakshmana then said to me, "O Guha, when Rama is sleeping on the ground with Sita, how is it possible for me to get sleep or pleasure out of life? O Guha, that Rama, who even Asuras and Devas cannot withstand in a battle, is lying down on a bed of grasses with Sita. Rama, who was obtained by King Dasartha by performing many great austerities, and is the only son who resembles my father in all his virtues. After he was banished, the king cannot survive for long, and quickly this earth would be turned into a widow. Oh, Guha, the women in the king's private apartment must have cried loudly for a long time, and would have stopped by now, due to getting very tired, and by now all the sound would have been calmed down in the palace. I think that Kausaya and the king, as well as my mother and Sumitra, will outlive this night. My mother may continue to live by looking after Shatrugna, but as for the mother of the warrior, Kausaya would die due to extreme grief. After failing to fulfill one cherished desire after another, the king will die without being able to make Rama the king. When the moment for lying in state on earth comes to my father, the person who carries out his funeral rites would have achieved his purpose. Oh, Guya, then he will move about in my father's city of Ayodhya, with pretty highways and crossroads, full of mansions and palaces which are embedded with precious stones, thronged by large numbers of elephants and horses and chariots, echoing with the sounds of trumpets, filled with auspiciousness everywhere, crowded with joyfully prosperous people, with a large number of pleasure gardens, shining with community festivals, and is full of all sorts of comforts. Oh, Guha, will we ever be able to enter Ayodhya after we safely fulfill the vow of Rama, who is completing the full term in the forest?" While the great Prince Lakshmana was lamenting this way and was wailing, the night passed for both of us. On the next day, dawn on the banks of the river Ganga, they matted their hair and were comfortably ferried across the river by me. Wearing matted hair and dress made of barks of wood, those powerful men who are the slayers of their enemies, and resembling the lord of the bull elephants, armed with excellent bows, arrows, and other weapons, looking back with alertness, went on with Sita. Thus spoke Guha. Thus ends chapter 86. Chapter 87 is called Guha Tells About Rama. Bharata, after hearing these words of Guha, which were not to his liking, was immersed in thought. Bharata was gentle, powerful, and with shoulders like that of a lion, with great arms, with wide eyes resembling the petals of a lotus, youthful and graceful, was revived for a moment, but immediately fell down, with grief like an elephant, heavily beaten by whips. Seeing Bharata like this, Shatrugna, who was standing nearby, hugged him with great sorrow and fell down senseless. Then all the mothers of Bharata, who were emaciated due to fasting, desolate and grieving for the death of their husband, rushed towards him. All of them wailing fell around him on the ground, but Kausalya, who was desolate, approached Bharata and took him in her hands. The saint-like, very sad Kausalya, who had great affection towards him, wept and clasped him like her own child, and said, "O son, I hope some sickness is not afflicting you, as the well-being of the king's clan is now dependent upon you. When Rama left with his brother, and after King Dasartha departed to heaven, I am living because I am able to see you, and you are our sole protector. O son, have you heard something unpleasant about Lakshmana, as well as my son who has gone to the forest along with his wife? Rama is my only son." Bharata instantly consoled himself, but still crying, reassured Kausalya, and said the following to Guha. "O Guha, where did my brother along with Sita and Lakshmana spend the night? Where did they sleep, and what did they eat? Please tell me and show me." Guha, greatly delighted, told his lovable guests about all that he had provided to Rama. "I offered Rama various kinds of rice, several kinds of edibles, and a great quantity of fruits which were brought for his meal. Rama, who is valorous in his truth, ordered all of that to be taken back. Remembering the duties of Kshatriya, he did not accept them. You should never take anything from others, but always give, my friend." Like this, that great one entreated. That great one only drank water which was brought by Lakshmana, and later Rama and Sita observed fasting. Lakshmana drank the remaining water and thus completed his work. Then they performed evening worship, observing silence. Then Lakshmana prepared a comfortable and auspicious bed for them by using dharma collected by himself. Rama, along with Sita, lay down on that bed, and Lakshmana, after washing their feet, went away to a distant place. Near the roots of this Ingudi tree is the place where durba was spread, over which Rama and Sita slept. Lakshmana, the destroyer of his enemies, along with quivers filled with arrows and wearing a finger guard made of goatskin, and also holding a bow which was strung already, stood guard throughout all the night. Thereafter I, also armed with a good bow and arrow, and surrounded by great men who were also armed with arrows who belonged to my clan, stood in guard of the Indra-like Rama along with Lakshmana. Thus ends chapter 87. I didn't quite get the line where Rama's mother asks Bharata, "Are you feeling okay? Are you afflicted with anything?" "He's depressed like the rest of you. Why do you think he's crying?" Really? Is she that clueless? Or is she just being nice or something? Because, literally, look at what the guy is going through. I lamented about this in the past video. He is totally zonked out of his mind with disbelief. He doesn't have a cold. He's not got a tumor. I don't know. Sometimes the story just does things and it's like, okay, maybe she was being nice, or maybe it's a translation issue, but it just seemed very naive that she has no idea why he's crying. Should he be strong in this moment? How can he be strong? Human nature. No matter what dharma you have, he will have some sense of whatever that he's going through. Minor complaint. Neither the first nor the last. So with that, I will just say thank you, as always, for watching as we work our way through this book. Jai Shri Krishna.